Drum roll, please. Oh my god. Anyway, yes, Diesel, your mom is a crackhead. Not literally, but you know what I mean. What is up, people? So welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Isabel and I am so stoked to be here. But before we get started, of course, like, comment, subscribe if you like this video and you want to see more. But regardless, I'm just here to have fun, so let's get to it. So we're gonna kick this thing off with a plant tour. I'm just gonna say, I'm no professional. I'm just here to have fun. I'm just here to show you the plants that I've kept alive. I don't believe I have a green thumb. In fact, I've killed hundreds and hundreds of plants, but some just stay alive and some just like me, so we just roll with the punches, I guess. This is Diesel looking at me like, Mom, just stop. Anyway, all my plants are pretty chill. I have some that are harder than others. Some are super, super easy. Dude, what are you doing? I guess Diesel wants to be in this video, guys. So some get watered once a week, some get watered once a month, and others I don't water until they're dying and I realize that I haven't watered them in months. So that's how we take care of these plants. Anyway, as we go through the video, I will, give you names. I might give you how I take care of them. I'll give you stories. I'm just gonna have fun with it. And I hope you enjoy this video and come back for more.
All right, starting out, I have my delicious monster over here. Her real name is Monstera Deliciosa, but I just love her, so we give her a nickname. Over here, we have a sister of her. This one's not doing so hot, not as many fenestrations, and she's only putting out small leaves, so we're still trying to figure that one out. Up top, we have a peperomia. This one is in a plant hanger that I actually made. I love her because her leaves are very, very sturdy. I don't know, she's just gorgeous. Back over in the plant room, we have an aloe vera plant with a bunch of empty pots. Up top, this is another plant. I don't like her nickname, so we just won't name her. Over here, we have the baby tears plant. This one is a very mature plant, so it's getting much longer. Over here, string of string of bananas. This one is a newer plant, so we're still keeping her in a nursery pot and just praying she survives. Over here is the string of pearls. This one is probably one of my favorite plants. She's growing super fast, super gorgeous. On the stand, we have a string of dolphins. I'll just be honest, I'm hardcore killing this thing. Up top, this is a barrow's tail. And all the barrow's tails, when they fall off, they make new plants, so I'm just propagating those. Then I have a however you say it. This one has a lot of babies in here, so I may be cutting those out and making new Pileae plants. So outside of the plant room, we have a philodendron. This one is a newer plant. This is a quarantine area, so all these are actually new plants. I have a few succulents. These two I just got today. This one I only got because it looks like a little booty. I just thought that was so funny. And this, it looks like it's filled with liquid, but when you actually press on them, they're really hard. Just thought that was cool. Going up the stairs, we have a something margarita. I don't actually know the name of it, but this was 3 plants, and I split her and put her all into one. Over here, we have a pothos. Y'all know I love my pothos. Up top, I don't know what this is called for sure. I believe it's an arrowhead, but when I first got her, she was only about this big, and she has just grown into this massive, beautiful plant. This one, funny story, my mom used to have tons of these growing up and I killed every single one. So we're doing it again and she's sprouting little babies, so she must be happy. Over here, this one has not gotten potted and I literally put a can in there so she had something to sit on. But it's going to be a variety of that plant. It's just going to have that pinkish tone to her. I was wondering why a bunch of these leaves haven't unfurled, as you can see. And then I realized that she's super root bound, so we need to go ahead and pot her ASAP. Up the stairs, I have a tiny propagation station. We are just propagating a golden pothos. I have one that just got into a pot, so I'm just keeping her over here. And then another propagation. In the corner bedroom of my house, I do have what I call my nursery. These are the plants that I am nursing back to life. This one was not doing so hot. She did get burnt leaves, so we had to close up the window. And she's doing a little bit better. Up top, we have a golden pothos. She did get spider mites, and we're just praying that she survives through it. She gets showers every few days, as well as neem oil every single day. So we're nursing her back to life. In the corner of my mom's bedroom, I have this beautiful, she was a beautiful pothos. She got spider mites and lost all her leaves. She used to be big and full. Like, this thing used to be huge. And this happened. So she's not doing so hot. I have repotted her. I've given her baths. I've given her neem oil. I don't think she's coming back, especially because every time I repot her, her soil turns into that. So, yep. This queen is not going to survive. Living room behind the couch, I have a wide variety of plants. Starting off, we have a Dracaena. This one I've had lots of issues with. I've overwatered her, I've underwatered her, I haven't given her enough sunlight, but she's just now starting to come back to me. Unfortunately, the tips are already browned though, so there's no going back. But she's rocking what she can rock. Over here, I have a ripple plant. This one I may be cutting and propagating and making more out of. This one I actually found at the grocery store. Don't know what she is, just thought she was beautiful. Still trying to find a name for her. Over here, this one is a newer plant as well. This is a variety of the ripple plant, but the plants aren't as rippled and they look more like watermelons. Over here, this is a pothos. She is getting a bit larger, so I may be cutting her, propagating her, and making more of her. In the dining room, I don't get much light, so we just stick to low light plants. So I do have a pothos over here. She is putting out babies, so I think she's loving her location. Over here, we have two snake plants. They are actually from the same plant. We just split them up and made two plants. I do think this one is thriving, which is really funny because I had a lot of issues with her when I first got her. She actually had centipedes in there. Then when I repotted her in the wrong soil. So she has forgiven me and now she is thriving and growing like crazy. Into the living room, I do have a fiddle leaf fig. I just got this fiddle leaf fig. Previously, fiddle leaves did not like me very much, so we're gonna test this one out. I did notice she already has a baby coming in as well, so hopefully that's a good sign. Over here, we have a ripple leaf, or not a ripple leaf, rattlesnake. And this one is just thriving. Fun fact about these is that during the night, the leaves stand straight up, and during the day, they fall over like that. Over here, we have a yucca. This did come from IKEA. It is doing awesome, but I haven't gotten to the time to actually pot it, so it's still in its nursery pot. Over here, this is about the only plant that I didn't kill growing up. It used to wrap around this room multiple times, but I did kill a portion of it, so now it's just coming back to life. Moving into Jack's office. I don't want to show you his office because it is a disaster. But anyways, this is a satin pothos. Same with all the other pothos except for she's going to be softer, as well as has that beautiful coloring to her. She is growing like crazy. On the other side, I have the same one that is a little bit bigger. Crazy thing is, this one has always been a little bit bigger than the other one, and I do believe that it's because I have my great grandma's purse over there and she's watching over it. I don't know, something I believe in. On into Jack's office. I have a lot of plants in here. So over here, this one, I'm not really sure what it is. It was one of the first plants that I got when I came into loving plants. And let's just say I didn't look at the label, and I'm pretty sure this is just a weed and not an actual plant, but it's growing and it's growing fast, so I've just kept it. Over here, I have my Catty Crouton. She is just a crouton, but I call her Catty Crouton. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I have very, very outstanding, whatever you want to say, issues with her. When she's thirsty, she likes to lay down, and then all of a sudden I water her and she stands straight back up. I just think she's very catty. Over here, I have a few jades. These do get gnats a lot, so I need to figure out what I'm doing with them. Their leaves are not as hardy as I would like them to be, so we're working on them. And then I have more of those, what I just say are weeds. I don't even know what they are. And those are the plants in Jack's office. Right in the kitchen, I have just a classic bamboo. Honestly, I've had this for like 2 months now and I've never watered it, and there's still water in there, so I really don't know. Up top, I have some more plants. Don't even know what this is. It constantly is tipping over. I don't know, just keep it because it's cool looking. This is a new plant, so this is a flapjack. I only bought it because I was like, what is this? And then when I started doing my research on it, I realized how cool it is. But anyway, this is like a desert plant. It will turn red once I keep giving it sunlight. It is really cool because it's got some babies in there, and it is a more mature flapjack. Of course, it's going to get more mature. One thing I found cool about this plant is in store, I touched one of the flappy jacks, and my fingerprint was like left behind on it, so it is kind of mushy. It's cool. Up top, I have another, what I think is a succulent, or I don't really know. Every time I get a name for this thing, I realize that it's not the plant that I'm thinking of. I just know that she is thriving. She only used to be about this tall. Within the last like 2 months, she has just taken off. So that is the plant for this window. Moving on into the other side of my kitchen, I just have 3 more plants. This is a newer plant. I'm actually not sure what it is. Let's check it out. It is a aglonema. I think that is correct. Aglonema. Okay. And this is a red twist peperomia. So up top, it's gonna be green, but the under leaves are all red, which I found so cool. We do need to plant this baby in a bigger pot though. Moving on, I have another succulent. I only got this because they look like little balloons. And that is it for the kitchen. All right, starting off in the bathroom, we have a crispy wave here. I got this because it looked cool and I was really worried that it wouldn't survive. And I don't know if you can tell in there, but there is a little baby kicking off already. So clearly it's liking its new location. Over here we have another baby tears plant. I do plan on giving her a bigger pot and leaving her in this corner and just kind of letting her thrive. Over here we have another wild interiors plant. I do love this plant, but I have had some issues with spider mites, and also she had some water damage when I got her. So we're just praying that she gets through this hard time, but I will say she is a struggling. Up top, I do have a neon pothos. This is going to be like all the other pothos except for she is neon. Over here, we have another philodendron. As you can see, I like getting multiples of the same plant, and this is actually a newer plant that I just fell in love with. Again, the rubbery leaves, I just think she is so cool. On to the other side of the bathroom, I do have a calathea over here. Fun fact about this plant, at night she stands straight up and during the day she lays down. All the lighter green colors, that is actually see-through. So at night when she does stand up, you can see the light directly through it, and I just find that so cool. I have not repotted her yet. We do need to put her in this pot though. Over here I do have a polka dot plant. She is newer. She needs to be repotted as well, as you can see. We're going to get to that, I promise. This, I have no idea what it is. I just fell in love with it. I think it looks like a pineapple. She has looked like this since I got her about 2 months ago, and I just love her. I do want to get her a pineapple pot. I want to find a pot that's just a pineapple base, because I think that would be so cool. But these are it for the bathroom. Alright, last plant, friends. This is going to be a palm. She originally was inside the house and she was not doing so hot, so I moved her outside of the house. And since I have had 2 palms bloom, this one as well as this one, and she also has a new one coming in here and a new one coming in there. So I think she is loving the outdoors. She is getting way more humidity, heat, sun, and she does get a lot of water. So this is it, friends.
Alright guys, I filmed that nice and long video and I forgot to do a closing. Still getting used to this whole YouTube thing, but if you're still with me, I hope you enjoyed. I hope that you liked all those plants. If you have any questions, drop it in the comments. Do your thing, like, comment, subscribe. We'll do this again. Who knows what the next video will hold, if it'll be about plants, if it'll be, you know, daily life with me, or something about Diesel. I don't know. We'll have some fun. I would close out with my co-star, but he's too busy looking for a ball. So you guys have a good day, good night, whatever time you're watching this, and thanks for joining me.